Most people don't reach their
Hello,
dream,
hello, hello.
not because of failure.
Welcome,
Most
welcome
people don't live their
to
dream because they give up.
Tuesday session.
You see, it's not the failure
Tuesday
that stops
session.
us, but that most stop at their first
Let's
failure.
get on with it.
Those who succeed don't stop at one failure. They don't stop at 10 failures.
Let's look for a good
They don't
pair.
stop at 100, 1,000, or a million. They say, this is my goal, and I will do whatever it takes to achieve it.
This one looks
I will
good.
learn the lessons from any failures. I will learn faster. I will work
What do we
harder.
have here?
I will work smarter. And I will not quit
How about double
until my
top?
dream is a reality. That's the difference between success and failure.
Failure is a massive part.
We have a round number right here.
Be successful. You have to get comfortable with failure. You have to actually seek failure. Failure is where
And we also have a descending triangle.
You know, when you go to the gym and you work out, you're actually seeking failure. You want to take your muscles to the point where you get to failure, because that's where the adaptation is. That's where growth is. Successful
Now the
people
chart
fail
is
a
moving
lot.
very
They
slowly
fail
right
a
now.
whole lot more than they succeed. They extract the lessons.
It is a
from the
downtrend,
failure, and they use that
but
the energy, and they use
it is in the
wisdom
lowest part
to
of the
come
chart.
around
Let me
to
look
the
at it
next
at 10
phase
minutes.
of success. Gotta take a shot. You have to live at the
This is
edge
going
of your
down.
capabilities. You
15.
gotta live where you're almost certain you're gonna fail.
Still in a
It's the
descending
reason
triangle.
for practice. Practice is controlled.
The thing
failure.
is,
You're
in the
getting to
15
your limit,
minutes chart,
getting to your limit. You
it's
can't
an
lift
uptrend.
that. You can't do that. Until you get to the
It's
point
an uptrend
that all of a
that
sudden
has lost
your
a lot of
body
steam.
makes the adjustment, and then you can do it.
So
Failure,
I'm going for sales.
actually helps you
Going back to 5 minutes.
to recognize the areas where you need to evolve.
Gotta make sure it's
fail
4.5%.
early, fail often, fail forward.
Failure
And
makes
all I
winners
have to wait
strong.
is for the breakout.
Failure makes winners hungrier, but it makes most give up. It makes most
That's
feel
all I need to know
worthless.
right now.
Winners don't enjoy failure,
If it breaks out,
but they would never let failure stop.
it's gonna be breaking out of the round number as
Next
well.
time you
It's gonna
encounter
be a very
failure,
powerful breakout.
you got to remember every great thing
Hopefully.
on this planet is here because
Like
the
it's doing
Creator
right now.
learned what did work, but learned more from what did not work.
Need to wait though.
When we
I
are
need a
kids,
little bit
we don't
more
stop
room
at
of a
failure.
breakout.
When
That
we
was a
first
big
learn to ride a bike,
weak
it's failure
breakout.
after failure. We get knocked down time after time, but we get up and push
There.
forward.
Taking my trade
So
now.
we'll achieve our goal of riding the bike.
For 6 minutes.
But then we get old, and most of us get weak. We are too soft to get
Now
back
I'm
on the
expecting
bike.
a little bit of resistance
We come up with excuses.
because of the round
It
number.
must not be for me. No, you
What I
just
don't
suck.
like
No,
is that
you
the price
just
is
lazy.
moving slow.
Tell yourself the truth.
Too slow
Get
for
back
my
on the
taste.
bike. Learn why you fail, and make sure you don't fall again. Make sure you are stronger for having the lesson.
You know, it's always a little bit frustrating to
Now
me
that
when
run
people
number,
have a negative
it already has a
relationship
lot of
with failure.
touches.
Fail early, fail often, fail forward.
So the more touches it has,
You're here
the
right
weaker of
now
a support it
at this
becomes.
moment. Because tomorrow
Plus I
you
got a
wanna be
double top
somebody
here
greater than the person you
on
are
the top of the
today.
triangle.
You see yourself succeeding, you have a vision, you have a dream.
So I'm expecting the price to
Congratulations.
drop.
You're already 10 steps ahead of 95% of the world. Imagine if Michael Jordan was scared of missing. He would have never taken a shot. Imagine if Steve Jobs was afraid of
That
people
may
not
be
liking his
good,
product.
all good and all, everything that I'm saying,
There would be no iPhone.
but
So ask yourself this.
there's
Do you
still
want to
that
be a person who
uncertainty
fears
of the
failure, or
30%.
do you want to be a person who loves
What I mean?
success? Which one?
It still
You're gonna
has
have
the
to pick today.
30% of going up.
And I'll tell you one thing. One is a failure and one is a success. And if you love success, there is nothing that can stop you. All those negative things people
We
say
are at
will
the
mean
4-minute mark.
nothing.
There's still time.
They're gonna talk about how only 1% make it to the top. Big deal. Wanna know something else? Only 1% stick with that fitness program long enough to see results. Only 1% of nerds stick with that video game long enough to get good at it. Only 1% of relationships stick it out to the end. That doesn't mean you have a 1% chance. It just means you can't behave like the 99%.
Now, I'm not seeing
have to do something
a
better
pattern
than giving up a month from now.
that is gonna make the
Those are
price
just
go up.
numbers. You want to talk about numbers?
This is what is weird about
Take
it.
a look around you and take a good look around you.
Maybe I put my trade a little bit too low.
Are you like 99% of the
No.
people around you?
Because
If
I
you
have
are,
a head
then
and
you're in the wrong
shoulders here.
video, my friend. You have to love
That's a double
success
tap.
just as much because that's what's gonna allow you to get up and go for it.
But the
Being
thing
scared
is
to
that
fail won't
what
do
is sending the
anything.
price up
In fact,
is the round number over here.
when you love success and you
Oof.
start going for it,
Hmm.
guess what happens?
We are past the
You're
3-minute
gonna
mark.
fail.
So,
You're gonna fail 10 times,
if
100
the price
times,
decides to
maybe
break
even
the upper line
1,000
of the
times.
triangle,
But
that's
that's
gonna be
okay.
solely because of the round number.
Failure isn't permanent. Falling isn't permanent. You get
The
right
trend
back
is
up and
showing
keep
me
going.
that it's a
And this
downtrend.
time, you're gonna be
Oh,
stronger,
not anymore.
wiser, and you'll be more driven than ever.
It is showing me that it's a downtrend right now.
And for every 10 failures,
So
you'll land
hopefully
one
the
success.
price will hurry up and
You have
drops.
to love success so much that you're willing to fail 10 times before you can succeed once.
It's
That's how a
moving
winner does
really
it.
slow, bro.
I want to explain
Really
the
slow.
biggest myth that most people think leads them to success. And here's the myth. You
2
might
minutes left.
believe if you're scared to fail, you won't fail. Lies. Biggest myth ever. And I believed it. You see, I always thought that being scared to fail in life
Come
would
on, push
literally
down.
keep
Push
me
down.
from failing. I would look at the losers around me and I would say, sheesh, I never want to turn out like him. I really
If it
believe
keeps
this
going
train
up,
of thought
this
would
is
help
gonna
me
be a loss
succeed.
already
Until one day,
because of the speed.
I was walking down the street and I saw an old man. Had a hat, suspenders,
Unless
and a cane.
it decides to
He was
fall like a
about
waterfall
80
right
years
now.
old.
Right now it's
This
looking like
old
a loss.
man was barely walking. He could walk, but the cane helped a lot. He was struggling. So anyway, he was walking across the street and he ended up falling. So I went over to go help him.
1 minute left.
And he gets up, says thank you.
1
and we
minute
introduced ourselves.
left.
Had a little conversation. Told me his name and I told him mine. His name was Robert, by the way. And right as he walked away, I told him, this is what I said. Robert,
Yeah, it seems I
you
got
should
caught
stay
in
inside
that
where
big
it's safe,
breakup.
my friend. And Robert turns around and says to me, I love walking. And I love walking way more than I'm afraid of falling. So I ask him,
This was a fake
"Well,
breakup.
what
Oh
about your
man.
safety? Don't you want to
30
live?"
seconds. Nah, this is a
And he
loss.
told me this. These are the exact
I
words he
can
said. He said
safely
this.
call this a loss because of the speed.
Solo, living means doing what you love to do.
I'm
And if
thinking
I
of
have to
putting
fall
one more
here
trade,
and there to do what I want to do in life,
but that'll be it.
then so be it. And he just walked away. Never saw him again. That was it. But that statement really had me thinking, and it had me thinking hard because I learned something that day. That's when I realized the true key to
Loss.
success. You see, I always
Okay,
thought if I could just fear the
I'll be
act
back
of
with the next
failing,
trade.
and if I fear it like crazy,
I think I'm gonna stay in this
I
short.
will succeed.
I'll be back.
Because I thought the fear would magically motivate me to get
Alright,
out
we're
there and
back.
start taking action.
As promised,
But
I'm
after
in,
that
I'm in
day,
the same chart.
I realized something. I
The
realized
trade is going in my
it's
favor
the
right
love
now.
for success that
Um,
will lead me to succeeding. So
I
just
decided
imagine
to
if
change
Robert
my
feared
analysis to
falling.
the upside again.
Would he even start walking?
And that
Of course
is
not.
because
He wouldn't even do what he loved to do.
the price wasn't
He would
able
sit
to
at
break
home
the
and take no
resistance,
type of
the
action.
support line of the round
But he
number
loved
right here.
walking.
It looks
wasn't
like the
even
round
scared
number
to
was too
fall.
powerful
It
and
gave him
send
life.
he was able to send
That's what allowed him to get
the
up
price
and
shooting
do it.
up.
He loved
Look
walking
at this big
so
candle.
much he was willing to fall 10 times a
Now
day
we will look at it at
just to
10
do it.
minutes.
And you have to be the same. So the next time someone tells you, you're gonna fail, you know what you
It
tell
is
them?
sort of.
Tell them they're right.
It is like doing like a
But you're not afraid of
hybrid
fail.
W.
You're not afraid
I
to
never
take
liked
action.
W.
You're not afraid to jump.
15
You're gonna fail
minutes.
10 times, but you know what? It's cool. Because on the 11th
I still don't see a
time,
pattern.
you'll succeed.
Who am I joking? I'm not seeing a pattern in the
Oh,
15.
you'll succeed, all right.
I'm not
And
seeing a
it'll feel
pattern
good.
in the 10.
And while you're over here living the life of your dreams and complete happiness, guess where they're gonna be?
Much less
That's
in
right.
the 5. I'm only
They'll be
going solely
failures,
based off the round
real
number.
failures. Over there where it's safe. Scared to fail.
So right now the
Ironic,
price
isn't
is
it?
making me a really big green candle.
You know, a lot of people come up to me and they ask me, Marco,
And if
what
he
is
keeps
it
leaving me
that
a week like
motivates you
this,
most? And to answer their question, I reply back with a question. I say, what if I told you
I will
that
take it that
you had
the
1
price will
week
try to
left
fill up the
to
wick.
live? Would
There's
you
3
regret
minutes left.
not pursuing your dreams,
3 minutes
passions,
left.
and desires? Would you regret not living your life to the fullest? Would you regret not spending as much time with your family, friends, or loved ones? You know, Steve Jobs said in a speech one time that he used to wake up every morning,
Price
look
is
in the
gaining
mirror,
speed
and
again.
ask himself questions like this. And he said that if the answer was yes for too many days in a row,
Keep pushing
then
out, baby.
he knew that he had to change something. And that should go for all of us. If you're living a life that you would not be okay with losing,
You know you want
because
to.
you weren't able to do things you wanted to do, then now you know that you need to change something. Life is simply too short and unpredictable to not live
We are
exactly
at the
the way
almost
that
at the
you
2 minute
please.
mark.
It is ridiculously unpredictable.
There's still time
It
for
is
the price to go
possible
up.
that on any given day to die at any point throughout that day without ever being able to see it coming. You know, when I was 13, I had this teacher who was an absolutely amazing person. I'd known him for several years then, and he had 2 kids, a loving wife. He was a man of God,
There's time.
contributed to the community. He gave us everything that he had. And
That
he would
I did
bike
not
to
like it.
school every single day. I always remember him coming to school on his bike, and one morning on his way to school, it was early in the morning, he was crossing an intersection. A reckless driver comes out of nowhere, hits him, he dies on the
Whoosh!
spot on the moment of impact. His death taught me so
One
many
candle.
valuable things in life, and one of them being
Push up as
that
if
it went
your
on to
life
show
depends on
that
it.
no matter how much you don't deserve to die, and no matter how good
You
of
have
a
so
person
much
you
room
are,
to
and
grow.
no matter what your situation is, no matter anything, it goes to show that death is inevitable and random, and it will eventually consume each and every single
on.
one of us, whether it's in 50 years, in 10 years,
1 minute
next
left.
year, or even tomorrow. You cannot control it. The people around you cannot control it. As
Come
long
on,
as you're
boy.
at the wrong place at the
gotta fill up
wrong
the wick.
time, your whole life could disappear in the blink of an eye, along with everything you wished you could have done. Whether you're walking down the street, whether you're stepping into the elevator, whether you're walking down the stairs, whether you're just
40
existing.
seconds.
Listen, you'll see people from nowhere die of a heart attack. Gone. No family history, no symptoms, no causes, nothing. It happens, and that's the cruel life
30
that we live
seconds.
in. And it's something that we cannot control. So what I want to make clear
This
is that
is a
regardless
loss.
of the path that you take in your life, at one point,
Ah,
death will
interesting.
consume you. It doesn't care whether you floss your teeth in the morning, whether you raise a family or not, whether you go on to be rich, poor, a success, a failure, whatever. You
Really
are
interesting.
still
10
going
seconds.
to die at one point.
This
It
is a
that
loss.
simple. And knowing
Again.
that you're going to die soon should be the
I'll be back
biggest
if I see another
motivation
trade.
to
I'll
both
take
make
it.
the
If I
difficult
don't, I
decisions
won't.
in life and to get your ass out of bed in the morning. So
All right,
now the
let's try this
question
again.
becomes, what is it that
I had
you
to change
truly
charts.
have to lose?
The market is
If you
really
pursue your
moving
dreams
slow right
and
now.
you fail, sure, you might be a little bit more financially unstable. You might experience stress. Or
And like
other
I said in
feelings
past
you wish you
videos,
never had to experience. But
I'm
either
barely
way,
finding
even
out
if you
that I
fail,
do
you
very
will
poorly
end up
in
back to
very
where you
slow
started,
moving
which is where you are now. So what do you literally
markets.
have to lose? Some of you right now, you're thinking about maybe starting a business. You have a great idea that you want to incorporate into your lifestyle.
We are almost at
Maybe
the
you're
1
thinking
minute
about
mark.
pursuing your dreams to the fullest. Maybe you're thinking about putting in the work to become a doctor, an engineer,
So
a firefighter,
I had
a
to
professional
redo
athlete.
the
But some of
strategy.
you
Had
won't
to
follow
do
these
everything
ambitions because
again.
you're afraid. You're afraid to fail.
Change
You let the
charts.
fear of failure dictate your actions, and you're afraid of what mama or papa
and
thinks. You're afraid of what
do
your sister, your
one
brother
more
thinks, or your
martingale.
grandpa, or your
That was
grandma,
it.
or your cousins, or whoever. But what
Because
truly
I'm basically
matters is you.
risking half of
You
my
are in possession
account.
of a gift. You have a talent.
That is really
and whatever
risky,
that talent is,
unless
you can make yourself and people around
you
you
know
a
a for
stronger
sure,
and better
a for
place to live.
sure
But sometimes the only way to do that is to
pattern.
take a risk. At one point, you have got to take a leap if you want to make that
Unless
gift
you
that
are
you have become a reality.
almost 100% that is gonna win.
Society will gladly accept you as a 9-to-5 slave working just to pay off your rent and to stay alive and to live for the weekend, which
Right
is
now,
the
it's going
absolute
against
worst
me a little
way
bit.
to live. If you
I'm
don't
hoping it's
jump,
gonna rebound.
believe me, if you don't pursue your gift, you will live a life full of regret, and your gift, your dreams, everything that
Since
you
there's
ever had
basically
to offer
10
to
seconds
the
in
world
the trade.
will die with you. From first-hand experience, I am pissed off at myself.
5
I'm
seconds.
pissed off, and I regret so much in my life. I can't even fathom
Got him.
explaining it. Not about what I've done.
Everything
but what
was a
I
win.
haven't done. All the opportunities that I turned down, and all the
Yes.
chances that I never took, just because I was afraid,
That was
or because I
really
was
close.
worried
Everything
about
was a
what
win.
other people think. And I officially decided to sit down. I sat down
So,
for weeks.
let's do this
I
quick.
didn't just think of what I'm saying right now. I didn't think of it
Yes, my
overnight.
microphone
This
is about to die.
months. This is
Don't
months
die.
of thinking, and I just sat
You
down
can last
and
5
I
more
just
minutes.
wrote. And after comparing the randomness of death versus the chance of you failing while relentlessly pursuing your dreams versus the chance of you living a terrible life because you failed at pursuing your dreams versus
die.
just calling it a day right now and living a traditional
Alright,
Western
yesterday
world
we left
lifestyle
at 417
versus everything you can
with
think of
44
versus
cents.
absolutely everything.
And
And I
today
can
we
gladly
are
say
at
that right now, as of this
445
moment, I would rather live each
with
day
66
as if it were
cents.
my last, and take every
That's an
risk
increase of a
possible
6%
in these
again.
sacred moments that I have on earth
Now, before
to
my
make
microphone
myself
dies,
as successful and happy as possible.
I saw a channel
than
here,
to be sitting in
and
my
I saw
deathbed
descending triangle.
when I'm 90 years
Now,
old,
since
regretting not
the
taking
chart
the
is in a
chance
really
and
strong
thinking
uptrend,
about what my life could have been
I
if
decided to
just
wait for a
jumped
breakout
when I was 18 or when I was
on
15 or
triangle.
when I was 22, because
And it did,
tomorrow
and
is not a
it had enough
promise.
momentum
I
to
would
keep it
rather
up there.
die trying to live my
Lately, I've been
dreams
noticing that I've
than
been
to
winning
live
a lot of
longer
trades like
life
this.
filled with regret.
I've been winning a lot of 30% chances of the triangle going up.
Life
Well,
is
that's
too
trading for you.
short and
See
too
you guys tomorrow.
unpredictable to live
Keep
it. I've seen
practicing.
it firsthand. It is
Keep
not
getting better.
worth
Help
it
each
to live
other.
it safe, basic, and
Help people in
traditional.
need.
But do you know why most people choose to
See you
live
guys
that
tomorrow.
safe life over taking